Welcome back, students. So now we're going to discuss some examples of ionic bond, and also we're going to cover the dot and cross diagram of ionic compounds. Okay. Now let's start with an example of a sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. For the sodium, the atomic number is 11. By the atomic number 11, it's going to be a 2, 8, and 1. For the chlorine, the atomic number is 17. So the electrons are 2, 8, and 7. So for the sodium, it is to lose the electron. This electron goes to the chlorine. So here we're going to subtract one electron, means remove the one electron. This one electron removed from here, and this one electron is become a part of a chlorine, means added to the chlorine. It's going to be add here one electron. So after this, the electronic configuration for the sodium becomes with a sodium positive charge, and the electronic configuration is 2 and 8. Okay, and for the chlorine, the electronic configuration will becomes 1 negative charge with a 1 negative charge, and the electronic configuration is 2, 8, and 8. By the loss of an electron, the sodium octet is complete, and by the gain of electrons, the chlorine octet is complete. Okay. Now the dot and cross diagram. For the dot and cross diagram, you have to mention one of the atom with a dot, another atom with a cross. Okay. Then in the last shell, the one electron is lost, so this electron goes to the chlorine. Okay. So by the loss of electron, the whole atom of a sodium become a positive charge, and by the gain of electron, the whole atom of a chlorine becomes a negative charge because of one extra electron. So as there is no equality of the electrons and the protons in the sodium and the chlorine, so because of this non-equality between the electrons and protons, the sodium and the chlorine gain a positive and the negative charges. Okay. Now the second example. In the second example, we have magnesium oxide. So for the magnesium, the atomic number for the magnesium is 12, and its electronic configuration is 2, 8, and 2. And for the oxygen, the atomic number for the oxygen is 8. Its electronic configuration is 2 and 6. So again, the magnesium can easily lose 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons are gained by the oxygen atom. So lose of electron means the subtraction, and here going to be a addition. So by the addition of a 2 electrons, the electronic configuration becomes a 2 and 8, and by the subtraction of a 2 electrons, the electronic configuration for the magnesium becomes a 2 and 8. Okay. So the magnesium will gain a 2 positive charge, and the oxygen will gain a 2 negative charge by the loss of 2 electrons and by the gain of 2 electrons. Now in the dot and cross diagram, again we're going to select one atom with the dots, the electrons of one atom with the dots, and the electron of a second atom with the crosses. So one of the electron goes here, another electron goes here by the loss of 2 electrons. By the loss of 2 electrons, the magnesium atom, the whole magnesium atom gain a 2 positive charge, and by the gain of 2 electrons, the whole oxygen atom gain a 2 negative charge. Now the next example. When the loss of electron is more and the gain of electron for the atom, the gain of electron is the atoms are less. So how it going to be done? Now let's take an example of a calcium chloride. For the calcium chloride, the calcium, the atomic number is 20. The electronic configuration becomes a 2, 8, 8, and 2. For the chlorine, for the one chlorine, the electronic configuration atomic number 17, then the electronic configuration is 2, 8, and 7. Now here the calcium going to lose how many electrons? 2 electrons, but the requirement here is only the 1 electron. So we're going to increase the number of a chlorine. By increasing the number of chlorine, according to the requirement of a calcium, the loss of electron, the chlorine will gain the 2 electrons. Mean the 2 chlorine will gain the 2 electrons. Okay, remember one thing. The charge on an ion, on an atom is represented by only one atom. Means the one negative. You are not going to increase the charge. The charge remains the same. For the chlorine, it's one atom, and you're going to write the 2 here. This 2 indicates that the 2 chlorine ion, the 2 chloride ions. Okay. Now again in the dot and cross diagram. So we're going to mention now one atom with a calcium, another atoms, and the 2 atoms with a chlorine. So the 1 electron is lost here, which is gained by the 1 chlorine. Another electron is lost here, which is gained by another chlorine. So by the loss of a 2 electron, the one of the calcium will gain a 2 positive charge, and the 2 chlorine will gain a 1 negative and a 1 negative charges. Okay. Now, so the dot and cross diagrams and the examples for the ionic bonding is also complete here. So in the next video, we're going to discuss the properties of an ionic compound. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.